Most people eating eggs are thinking about protein, maybe cholesterol. What almost nobody is thinking about is what those same eggs are doing to the way they think, focus, remember, and handle stress. The brain benefits of eating eggs daily are real, specific, and most people have no idea they exist. Here's what the research actually shows. Number 1, your memory gets sharper. The biggest brain benefit of eggs comes down to one nutrient most people have never heard of: choline. Eggs are one of the richest dietary sources of choline you can eat, and choline is the raw material your brain uses to produce acetylcholine. Acetylcholine is the neurotransmitter most directly responsible for memory, learning, and attention. When choline is low, acetylcholine production drops, neural signals slow down. You get that feeling where information just does not stick, where you read something and it is gone before it lands. A 2011 study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, which followed 1,391 adults aged 36 to 83 across multiple years, found that higher choline intake was significantly associated with better verbal memory and visual memory scores on objective cognitive tests. 2 eggs give you roughly 250 to 300 milligrams of choline. Health authorities set the adequate daily intake at around 425 milligrams for women and 550 milligrams for men. One meal gets you most of the way there. Number 2. Your focus becomes more stable. Choline does not just support memory, it feeds the prefrontal cortex directly. That is the part of your brain handling decision-making, logic, and the ability to stay locked in on something without falling apart at the first distraction. When acetylcholine activity in the prefrontal cortex is sufficient, attention is steady. When it drops, focus fractures. You become more reactive to every notification, every scroll, every pull from your phone. That is not a willpower problem. It is a brain chemistry problem, and what you eat is one of the most direct levers you have on it. Number 3. Brain inflammation comes down. Eggs contain 2 compounds called lutein and zeaxanthin. These are carotenoids, a type of antioxidant, and unlike most plant compounds, they actually cross into the brain and accumulate in neural tissue over time. When brain inflammation stays chronically elevated from poor sleep, processed sugars, seed oils, or ongoing stress, your microglia, which are your brain's immune cells, stay stuck in an activated state. In that state, they release cytokines that interfere with how your neurons communicate and slow your cognitive processing down. A 2018 study published in the Journal of the International Neuropsychological Society followed 44 older adults for 1 year. The group taking lutein and zeaxanthin showed measurable improvements in brain function and memory compared to the placebo group. Research in this area consistently links higher levels of these compounds in brain tissue to better cognitive outcomes. Eggs are one of the most accessible dietary sources of both. By the way, if you want to systematically clear mental fog and optimize your cognitive function, grab the Brain Repair Protocol for free, link in the description below. Number 4. Your mood levels out. Eggs contain vitamin D, B12, and tryptophan together in one food. That combination matters more than most people realize. Tryptophan is what your body converts into serotonin, your brain's primary mood-stabilizing chemical. B12 is essential for maintaining the protective coating around your nerve fibers, which keeps neural signals traveling efficiently. Vitamin D has direct activity in the brain and is consistently linked to mood regulation across clinical research. A 2021 study published in the British Journal of Nutrition, which followed community-dwelling older adults over 4 years, found that those with low B12 status had a 51% higher likelihood of developing depressive symptoms compared to those with adequate levels. B12 deficiency does not hit you suddenly. It builds slowly. Most people chalk it up to stress or burnout before they ever connect it to nutrition. Number 5. Your brain cleans itself better overnight. Your brain has its own cleaning system that only switches on during deep sleep. It uses fluid that circulates through the brain to flush out waste and toxic proteins that build up during the day. This system is called the glymphatic system. When it works properly, you wake up clear. When it is disrupted, that waste stays. You wake up foggy and slow and running below your actual baseline. Acetylcholine, which eggs help your brain produce more of through choline, plays a direct role in regulating REM sleep, which is the sleep phase most associated with memory consolidation and overnight brain repair. Research consistently shows that choline deficiency is associated with reduced REM sleep and worse sleep quality overall. Number 6. Your brain gets structural maintenance. Eggs contain phosphatidylcholine, a specific form of choline that your brain uses directly in building and maintaining the membranes around every single neuron. Those membranes are not just structural. They affect how efficiently your synapses fire and how cleanly your neurons talk to each other. Over 30 days, consistent phosphatidylcholine intake from eggs contributes to the ongoing structural upkeep of brain tissue. This is not an effect you feel acutely. It is slow, steady maintenance that keeps your brain functioning at a higher baseline as you get older. Most people never think about feeding the structure of their brain, only the chemistry of it. Number 7. Stress hits differently. Eggs are a complete protein, meaning they contain all 9 essential amino acids your body cannot make on its own. One of those is tyrosine, which is the direct precursor to dopamine and norepinephrine. These are the neurotransmitters your brain relies on most heavily when you're under pressure. When you're stressed, your brain burns through dopamine and norepinephrine faster than normal. When tyrosine intake is adequate, your brain has the raw material to keep up with that demand. When it is not, your stress response becomes more volatile, your motivation drops, and your focus is the first thing to go. Research on tyrosine consistently shows that adequate availability of this amino acid helps maintain cognitive performance under conditions of stress and mental fatigue. Eating eggs daily does not protect you from stress, but it does consistently restore one of the key inputs your brain needs to handle stress without completely burning out. 30 days of daily eggs is not a complete brain protocol. No single food works that way, but eggs are one of the most nutrient-dense, brain-relevant foods that exist, and most people eating them every morning have no idea how much they are actually doing for their cognition. That's it for this video. If you're interested in improving your brain, gut, and energy, subscribe for more.